What happened to my beloved Trump-Russia collusion? I can't believe it. I can't believe it. The Mueller report, it let me down. It let me down. It found no Trump-Russia collusion. Oh, how did this happen? Yeah, well, the only ones that were really surprised, especially, were the liberals in general and the mainstream media in particular. I mean, I knew all along they were going to find no Trump-Russia collusion. There was some dead giveaways. Okay, here's one. I'm going to give you a few of them right now. Like, one of the ideas was that Russia fed information to WikiLeaks to undermine the Hillary Clinton campaign. Okay, WikiLeaks. So, who's the guy in charge of WikiLeaks? It's Julian Assange. So, here's the big question. Why? Why did the FBI never go interview Julian Assange? I mean, it's not like he's hard to find. He's been sitting there for what, 5-6 years in the same room at the Ecuadorian. It's probably the most watched building in the world, the Ecuadorian embassy in London. So, you know, that right there told me they weren't serious at getting to the bottom of it. And also, another giveaway was the lame indictments. I mean, first of all, like, Manafort turned out nothing to do with collusion. And by the way, I feel sorry for the guy because guess what? John Podesta's brother, if Manafort is guilty, so is John Podesta's brother, Tony Podesta, on being a lobbyist, you know? In fact, let's be honest. If it wasn't for trying to find some Trump-Russia collusion, Manafort never would have been indicted. So, well, that's how it goes. And the same thing holds for Papadopoulos, whoever. I can't pronounce his name. Come on, guy was low level in the Trump campaign. Really? I mean, like, oh, and it's the guy that was spying on the guy whose name I can't, Papadopoulos. Well, you know, another thing that really makes me curious. Did you notice there was no Mueller investigators talking to Stephen Halper, who was worked for the he was an FBI source, and he was spying. If there was anybody spying on a campaign, there it was. Halper was spying on the Trump campaign. And as far as the Mueller team wanted to really get involved in collusion, find out who was colluding with the Russians. Hey, first place to look is the Clinton campaign, because Hillary Clinton paid for the Steele finance, the Steele dossier. And by the way, Michael Steele, that was the pee-pee tape thing. You know, and by the way, everybody knows Trump is completely germophobic, you know, so the pee-pee tape, that's, you know, who's the only one that believes in that maybe now is Tom Arnold. They should have actually, if they wanted collusion with the Russians, there it was, the Clinton campaign, and Steele was talking to Russians. You know what? He got information from the Russians. You know, guess what they must have been thinking? Easy money! Just make up stuff, you know? Say, oh yeah, there was a tape made in a Russian hotel with Trump. You know, just to get your money's worth. I'd like to, so it's an easy few $1,000. Why not? Just lie like hell. And then, here, I got a few cliff notes here on this. Oh, yeah, and another thing about the Democrat DNC servers. So, of course, right, when they found out that their servers were hacked, right, supposed to be from the Russians, of course, the FBI went right in and looked at those servers. Well, guess what? Never happened. I'm going to tell you what happened. This is a real bottom line giveaway. This whole thing is a farce. The Democrats told the FBI, says, oh, no, we have our own outfit. I'm trying to remember the name of it. CrowdStrike, I think it is. Whatever, something similar to that. They looked at our servers and they said, yeah. It was from the outside we were hacked, from the Russians. So the FBI just went, oh, okay, that's fine. So, you know, I mean, the whole thing was a farce. It was going nowhere, and not really any surprise. But the funniest thing about the reactions is now they got a fallback position. It was like, okay, there wasn't. Mueller Report says there was no evidence of collusion, but he left it open as to obstruction of justice. Well, how do you obstruct justice for a crime that didn't happen? I mean, is that ridiculous? You know, I mean, imagine if they did do that. Imagine if they said, okay, Trump didn't collude with the Russians, but we're going to charge you for obstructing justice over a crime that didn't happen. It's absolutely absurd. You know, I didn't rob the bank down the street. Are the police going to arrest me for obstructing justice for a crime I didn't commit? Oh. Okay, so... Oh, and I'm going to end this on a personal sort of note, or actually on a channel note. It looks like tomorrow, after only a little over 2 months of since its birth, on January 15th, the DUmmie FUnnies channel, it looks like it's going to hit the 1,000 subscriptions necessary to be in the YouTube partnership program, or to qualify for it. So I'm going to have some further things to say about it. But we already have more than enough hours, way more than 4,000 hours. We're rapidly approaching the 1,000. I mean, I looked a few minutes ago, it was over 850 subscribers, and the rate we're going probably sometime tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to that. And I want to thank, in particular, is I think it's Think Media. I'm going to have this a link below, Sean Cannell's channel, and it had really useful tips. And anybody that wants to learn how to increase their traffic to their channel, check it out. I'll have the link to it. He has some really handy tips on how to get more traffic. So just to sum up, we started on January 15th, and it was slow going for a couple of months, and then all of a sudden the traffic just went through the roof in the last 2 weeks. It all started on, I think it's actually less than 2 weeks ago, March 13th. It started surging, and now my other, on one video, but now my other videos are getting a lot of traffic as well. So things are looking good. It looks like tomorrow we'll be qualified for the YouTube partnership program. Only thing I'm concerned about is how long this review process takes. I'm actually going to do a video about that, maybe even tomorrow or the next day, because I think I might have a solution on how to speed things up on the application process with YouTube.